Hi everyone, today I have for you a Town Hall 18 live build like many of you have been asking for. And so I'll basically be building a Town Hall 18 base in front of you and explaining how I build it. Now if you guys are interested in base building videos, you might have seen how Einstein from Reported Gaming also did a live build around yesterday. Which is nice to see always. It's always nice to see other kinds of base building guides, learning some ideas from them and seeing what they have to offer. But today I'll be making my own base building guide. And if you guys don't know who I am or you're kind of new to the channel, I'm a base builder in Clash of Clans and I've helped some good teams over the past few months like Vatic Esports and Millicim MG in various tournaments like monthly qualifiers and even a bit in the World Championship. So let's get started now with this video, and first off I'll be building a diamond base. Now I already kind of thought up a bit about the general idea I want to go for, so it's always useful to have some kind of idea of what you want to do with your base to help guide you in general. Now another important thing for many aspiring base builders is that base building isn't the only important thing. You also have to be pretty good at offense. So it's important to practice your offense a lot with actually every strategy as a base builder you need to know, so you know how people will attack your bases, because otherwise then you won't know what they're going to do and you won't build so well against them. But now let's start, and I kind of had the idea to build a diamond base, so let's see how that goes. Box bases are generally easier kind of for beginners and stuff, but diamond bases can be more tricky, but also their setups are still more or less simple. So you know, whatever kind of we want to do, here I decided with diamond base. Maybe we can even do like anti-2s at some point, but I don't know if ring bases will be good with this meta, because if troops, like the town hall is not a defense, so if troops can't like path into it, then the ring's already interrupted and it'll probably be easy for root riders. But we'll see how the meta develops. Now first off, I'll just start with building a town hall compartment. So I'm basically building the walls around the town hall so that the queen can't reach them from the outside, so like 5 tiles and stuff. I made a video before on the Archer Queen's range, and after this I'll be making another video that includes that, as well as some other, you know, kind of smaller tips for base building. But basically, as you can see, like you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, queen can't reach it, as you've seen in some of my other videos as well. Actually, it was nice to see when Einstein did his base building guide, and also one from General X, that they also count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like me, because some people also use a skeleton trap trick, which is like, okay, if you see a skeleton trap can't reach a building, then the queen can't reach it, but I always like to, you know, hard count it. But let's continue now, and I want to make a multi in front of the town hall, also not reachable by the queen. A good tip I learned from experience is to go 1, 2, 3 diagonal, and then this way I'll know that, or if I want to do it like this, the queen also can't reach it like this, so diagonal, then zigzag, zigzag, like this. But anyways, you'll learn this stuff from experience, but I want to make a multi-inferno compartment in front of the town hall. And this compartment's okay, but the problem is like people can wall break into it like this. So one solution is to do it more on the outside, like this. And then it can be, this may be a bit better, but it's also more on the outside, so wasting some space. So another nice trick to do with this, and make sure we're recording, yeah, because we don't want the recording to be messed up since it's a long video. Another nice trick is to do it like this, and then put these walls here, because somehow I tested it before and wall breakers are going to target this wall, so it's going to hit like one diagonal, and you don't want it to kind of open up the compartments or whatever. Just these walls here, wall breakers, like if they're going to target this wall, they're going to break this, one to the side and one diagonal, so that's kind of the range they have overall. You know, we can do the compartment anyways. And then I'll make sure I have space for like outside buildings. I can make it bigger or smaller, but I'll just kind of build now. Now the next thing we want to do is like fire spitters around here. And then maybe, you know, like fire spitters and then ricochet cannon compartments here, like scatter shots there and monolith on the back and something like that. But anyways, let's see. Now the idea I have is to make a multi behind the town hall. It can be like 2 multis like this or just 1 multi like this. So I think I'll do it like this. And for the crafted defense, I think I'll use the light beam. Because I don't really like the bomb hive so much, because while it can be good, it's like maybe possible to avoid it in many ways. Like not avoid it, but it's only going to hit in a specific number of directions, so it doesn't have as much use. Like I feel like the light beam's better. Like the bomb hive, for example, you can put it towards the back end, and yeah, it might hit a bit, but I mean, I don't know, won't like hit all the... Maybe it's a good one, but for the core, I think the light beam's pretty nice, has insane range. And if I did it like this, no. So I'll probably make kind of a more isolated core. The core is always important to kind of kill troops and like, you know, mess up pathing and whatever, but always good to have it isolated. And now I'll build it so the queen can't kind of reach around, and I don't want these maxed walls, okay. Let's see here, and then the 3 diagonal tricks always helpful. I don't know if this is, you know, it's obviously a bit unusual to do a compartment like this, like when you used to have monoliths and multis in the core, which is not seen as much these days, but whichever. I mean, it doesn't look great, and maybe we'll change it, like remove these walls around here, but anyways, we'll start by building something. So let's see, check the range, always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take these out, it doesn't look good. Okay, now the fire spitters. Let's see. I have a few ways to do them, since we don't have like multis like here and here. We can place them more inwards and make these compartments bigger. So let's see. Let us see. And at the start, it's, you know, a lot of kind of looking at the base and thinking about it a bit, so it'll be a bit slow going, but I won't talk so much. Good damage against them around the multi is always nice. I don't know if I want to commit ricochet cannons yet or not, but we'll see. And space always for outside defenses. And let's see here. And of course making it hard to wall break into the town hall, so like this. And here, these walls are good. Let's see here. Can be like this. I don't know, I'm thinking how to make the core work with these fire spitters, so or if like we forget them and have like scatter shots. It's like okay. Again, I'm doing this, live in front of you guys, so I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad, but I will try my best to make something good. Now the thing is, if we do like the compartment like this, which we probably have to make this area bigger if the core is smaller, then maybe we have to do this, but I don't like these kind of defense together. It's just no damage and it looks kind of bad. This is always interesting, but maybe. But I think I want to do it like this to kind of have a revenge tower on the back end. Okay, let me think. Expos, we kind of need expos in some place, but I don't really. I mean, this isn't bad, but it's not. I mean, honestly, you can have reachable expos these days, not like the end of the world, but it's also not like my favorite. Where would we need expo? I mean, also think about the giant arrow entry, which people are going to do through here if they like spirit walk this. So these kind of defenses help with that. Expos are like, yeah, I guess they don't make a difference to it, so. As long as we have something here to kind of deal damage, the expos placed here should be fine. But I also don't want to allow an easy spirit walk into these spitters. So let me see. Can I not allow that? And honestly, these spitters are okay here because they won't be reachable from this compartment, and I can kind of build walls to make stuff work. And the CC, where is it gonna go? Like here is not great. Here maybe, we'll see. But this is also bad because you can't place giant bombs, so maybe the whole compartment idea is just not good. Let me think. And of course, you guys can kind of think along or skip if you don't want to see all of this, but what kind of solutions do we have? And in some cases, I would also look at my older bases to see what I did for certain compartments to get some inspiration, but here I'll make it up in front of you guys, so. Let's see. Honestly, this is kind of viable, and it's like more than the range you need for the queen. Even throwers can't reach over this, but it might not be a bad idea. And then we can make something work with it. Let me think in terms of spirit walks. Like, people will Now, the annoying thing about Town Hall 18 also is that you don't have the Town Hall and Crusher Mortar, which were good at kind of forcing people to do double cycle invisibility spells. So maybe these compartments won't even be good anymore with like no Town Hall weapon, because people can just walk through this easily. But at least we have room for traps, so that's good. And then I can do, let's see. We can always close it around here and then build something gigantic. Or we can make this big, but I don't know if it's even useful. I mean, this is very classic. No idea if it's good though. Probably not actually. Because the expos aren't being used to their potential. And you know, we'll fix the space up. Okay, it looks like not the best now, but I mean, if I have like a Rico cannon compartment here, and we always kind of like, we don't want to do this. I mean, actually here it doesn't matter, but generally you don't want to allow wall breaks into two compartments. That's just bad for hero dive. But that's also not good because people can directly wall break this, so we can do like this or just this. And then we'll just won't put buildings here, we'll put them like here, so wall breaks aren't great. Okay, we'll start by like just finishing the layout, and then we'll see what needs to be fixed once we consider the entries people will do. So we'll see. No, not Rick. Okay, maybe multi. At the moment, this looks like classic, but we shall see. I mean, maybe it's okay. My microphone. Now these compartments here are kind of difficult because, okay, we can do scatter shots, but I don't think so. Also, we'll have to consider flingers actually here and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know what the guardian range is. And here's kind of annoying because, okay, so since I can't really think what I want to do here, maybe I'll finish this area. And I think what I want to do is 1, 2, 3, here, 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 here. I want to make the light beam not reachable and then make a cool looking monolith. Maybe we can ignore the multi-reachability, we'll see. And make this compartment more focused around the light beam. Because then you can do monolith like this. Now the danger with doing this is that you give insane log launcher value, so maybe it's not good. But if we have a lot of space down the line, we can always try it. And view walls, because I just want to see just the pattern here to make sure it's 3 diagonal. Again, just things from experience that you learn. And monolith like this. Now let's see, I mean, this then kind of forces us to do a weird backhand. Don't know if it's good, but let's see. I mean, what would we ideally like to do for revenge? Oh my god, but now we have 4 defenses in a line. And then, like, if we were gonna build a compartment here, and this is just good to see, like, do we have space for this or not? No, we won't, so the monolith idea won't work. What can we do for the core? Okay, and this. Okay, let's see over here. multi. I mean, if we do like 3 things in the core, but that's not good. Now this is like nice because there's like a combination of splash and single target damage. And the light beam's really annoying. Okay, maybe we leave it like this and we leave the monolith on the flanks, like here. And then leave this multi unreachable and then start the back end. So that saves some space. So 1, 2, 3. Here, 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 here. And multis aren't like super scary, but you know, it's reachable still. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you basically kind of touch the last tile. So still reachable. We can do it like this, but this is nicer. But these walls also kind of look a bit stupid, so. Wait, I also can put like the clan castle here. Now let's see, okay, if someone is. Wait, let me just think about an entry. You know, a nice thing about this actually is if someone did like Queen Jelly charge into here, they won't get the expo, so. Although they might put under overgrowth and move around anyways. Let's see. And there's also like the actually no, forget over. Actually just interested in terms of overgrowth range. I have it written down on my phone, but where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't work. But I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I have my phone just to check the overgrowth range, which is not important, but let's see, 4 diagonal 2, diagonal 3. This 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can't hit these 2 buildings with overgrowth, which is. Also, actually, another thing I realized. Well, is it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if overgrowth in town hall is gonna be a thing anymore. Like, maybe it's good because then troops will only hit the guardian and not waste their time on the town hall, and maybe not. But also, I realize this light beam can be more here because this is wasting space. So bad design, but we can fix it. Okay, no, but which way are we going to do it from? Aha, I see. What do we care about reachability? And then do we bring the light beam like more here, and then we can move these walls a bit. Give ourselves a bit more space. So I'll be shifting some things around and seeing how we can make it work. And again, there are always many things to kind of fix when building a base, so it kind of takes a while to make it the way you want it. Okay, I don't know if this is good or worse, though. It's interesting. But it might actually be worse, but we'll see. It's like, okay or not okay. I mean, then we can do the monolith. But it's also nice to kind of have it a bit farther out. Just like in terms of a spirit walk coming into here, we don't want it to really get the core. So we can be a bit more aggressive. And I know that this pattern, when shows like this, it means it's 3 diagonals, so. Although isn't this a waste of walls? And the light beam has such a gigantic range that you can kind of place it a bit more inwards, a bit farther away from everything else. Now, let's see here, we'll do this. CC. I mean, I don't know. Okay, now we kind of have more space over here. But the core still looks a bit questionable. But okay, whatever, let's see. Actually, if I have like scatter shots on the back end, that might be nicer. Or not. But we'll see. And then this. And then this. 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 Is this good or is this just bad? Good question. Super Wizard Towers, I think, have nice damage. Or thing is, we do kind of need like defenses here, otherwise stuff will go into the core, but it's also like doesn't look good. Again, you just kind of want to test the size of compartments also. I mean, this is obviously not good. This giant compartment won't do anything. Actually, here maybe we can make compartments with like a few layers to them. Let me see now. What if I... 1, 2, 3... And this kind of like empty space doesn't look great. So do we like fix it? I haven't talked too much really, but I'm just kind of thinking of how I want to lay it out. Anyways, I'll just save it and then we'll think about it. Okay, what compartment can we build? Yeah, what defenses do we have left? So we know the revenge tower has to go here. Wizard towers would be nice to have them here. And then we actually have more defenses than I thought. Multi maybe, or monolith? Maybe monolith. Scatter shots. Would be a heavy backhand. We have an insane amount of defenses. Okay, so okay, I think 1, 2, 3. Okay, whatever, we'll do this. So much extra space though. Or just expose actually. No. Very bad. Okay, something has to change either with the flanks or the core, like either here or here. We have to start doing something. Okay, light beam core. This. Okay, we also don't have much damage around this area, so that's something. Maybe we have to move stuff towards here. And then now I can do this. Or now I can even do this. These could be good with some splash damage, and then like while troops are in this area, we can splash them with a scatter. Oh, we also have spell towers, so We'll try to combine the scatter shot and the super wizard tower. And also the fire spitter just looks, it's being annoying. Okay, we're getting somewhere at least. I mean, I don't want to allow pathing like, you know, from the fire spitter to here, wherever, but maybe I have to. Poison tower, poison tower. Let's see, I mean, it doesn't matter if the fire spitters are here, does it? I need something to work here. Maybe this is a problem. I know once I figure out this part, then the rest of the base will click, but it's not yet working. Let's see. Okay, what ideas? Okay, that's looking better at least. I'll just save it again. I'm better than I have an idea of what to do. Let's see now. Okay, this is a problem because things can be reached kind of from everywhere. So I mean, I think it's too big of a problem to make the fire spitter unreachable, but at least the expo can be fixed. If I had this here, then I could do this and have an excuse to do it. Well, this looks nicer at least, somehow. We'll see. I mean, maybe I'll reorganize stuff later, but at least I think it looks playable. Like, you know, I definitely like how the pathing isn't super clear. Like, from here at least. Okay, like you can go into here and then, I don't know, things are a bit more spread out. I like those walls. And then I don't have to make the back end too wall heavy. Now having stuff on the outside here is kind of a problem, but we'll see. Maybe it'll just be good flank support and then we can have heroes to help. But we'll see how the rest of the base looks. Now what was the thing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is starting to look kind of nice actually. Can take this wall. Can take this wall and it can even be a dead zone actually. I don't know if it's good to do that though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I mean, it can be either. No, that. Okay, anyways, at least we have something going on here. So these look like... Also, I just like to have compartments spread out with, like, you know, so the queen can't reach stuff from everywhere, which is kind of important if there was scatter shots here. Or like, this compartment's nice because it's also well protected. So since it's well protected, now we can also maybe add more to it, like, you know, splash or something. But there's also this multi to keep in mind of, because we don't want to allow too much stuff to be like abused in this. And this Wi-Fi is not good. Maybe I should just use my hotspot or something. Okay, we're back now and I'll try to figure out the Wi-Fi later, but I think this should work for now. So yeah, basically this base building, you know, like you struggle a bit with the base for some time until you get stuff to work and then it goes nicely. Some bases take longer, some are more quickly, you figure them out, but you know, that's how it is. So let's see now. At least from here, I do want to do this. And it's good that the light beam has insane range, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Now let's see. We'll come back to the rest of this. Okay, now this is good because we can place whatever we want. How many walls do we have? 27. Okay, not much, so can't do something fancy. This here, so not reachable from this side. Okay, no, this won't work. 1, 2, 3. Close out the base with the classic back end. We can close it like this, we can leave it open. either works really. But we'll close. Okay, 4 walls left, so I would have liked to have more, but let's see. In terms of this, maybe I'll take these walls and just do this like this. Here, here. Oh wait, this is the same amount of walls. Wait, never mind. Okay, so now what do we want to do? And now this looks like a decent base overall with some things that can be done. So it would be nice if you can't reach the multi from this compartment. So nope. Okay, so that works. But now this back end, just having a revenge tower doesn't mean much really. And we still have a multi, we have a monolith, multi-gear tower, and 2 combo defenses. Now these defenses we can kind of ignore them, like as in the general layout of the base, because they're helpful anywhere, but these 2 were pretty important, including this. Spell towers also can be kind of anywhere, but we have a lot of defenses and not many walls. So let's see what we can do about that. Obviously these walls here, I'm not sure what they're doing exactly. They were there originally, but now if they don't do anything, we can take them and figure out this area a bit more. And those maxed walls just disappear, please. Okay, so now one problem might be someone going for RC charge into here, and then they can get into the core because the town hall is not a defense. So that's a bit problematic. So it might not be the worst idea to have defenses like here, right? Because then, okay, no, but then royal champion charge goes here, here, here. No, then you get freer pathing into the core. So at least let's make this compartment bigger to allow room for traps. And this nice, perfect range. And let's see here. And I know this video is not super formal or anything, but you know, that's just how base building goes, really. Let's see. Honestly, it would be nice to have the wizard towers here. Like, that just looks so good. As the splash. It's insane. And at the end, we're going to consider the entries on the base and see what we can do about them. So I like 14 walls extra saved for the end. And now let's see. I can have a multi. Goes a bit towards the outside, but maybe not so bad. In terms of being able to wall break into this compartment, that wouldn't be a big deal because you can't reach anything from it really, so it doesn't mean much. So let's see now. Now I don't know what I think about this core because it's kind of like open actually. Like you can reach everything from this core, which is not great. So we're gonna have to tighten things up there. So maybe take this out and work on the core a bit. So let's see. See, this is a problem that I had a long time ago. I don't know when this last happened. Like this is, yeah, not really. So let's think, because it's also not super common to build cores like this, so it's like a bit of an old problem to face, which I forgot how to kind of deal with it. And we said we want it like this. Okay, now there's like the one thing doing like this, but I mean, at least covering the fire spitters might be probably the best choice, actually, because like what else can you... Yeah, I think so. You have to do that. So take this, cover like this, take this, cover like this. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So like, you know, if you're in the core, you can't reach the fire spitters because chances are you'll be coming in from here. And if Queen's here, you don't want her to like grab everything and run away. So now let's think about it. Poison spell tower, not really. Also don't want it to be triggered easily. Another idea I had at some point was doing like an invis in the core, which is interesting. But I don't know if it will be good, like maybe people will just log launcher it anyways. So let's see now. 2 defenses really left to go. 7 walls, so forget this multi idea. I can even do like this, but I'm not sure. At least doing it like this looks better. This is a pretty classic old idea. And then just leaving the multi like this. I mean, you can still wall break it, I think. And even like, wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So at some point people said that if you had like 17 walls, or yeah, like in this case when they're angled, or maybe 16, they won't be wall broken. But I tested it and I can't say it's true really for sure. So I'll just leave it like this, let people wall break it anyways. And then figure something out. So which walls are not important here? Like, are these important? Yeah, definitely. These look cool. And I guess they're useful. They give you some space here. So let's think. Now maybe this multi over here, I don't know if it's the best because okay, people can, this nothing, wall breaks won't go into here, so it might be easy to get a wall break into here unless we do like dead spaces, but we need walls. So let's think about it. Maybe removing this even entirely and then finding a more useful use for those walls. So now we kind of have the base more or less well made, but let's close it out nicely. Now if we did like this, it would be nice to have like the revenge tower well covered somehow, but it's not, but maybe it can hold its own. Also the CC. Okay, so we also have the monolith. I didn't forget about that. But let's think now. Even like this, honestly, is okay-ish. Or actually, this looks nice. But maybe having it like here. Or even like here. Here. How about this? Is it gonna be any good? Let's see. So not really. Okay, so the most common entries, or let's just think about the entries on the space now, is going to be probably like someone does a spirit walk into here, that would be nice, and then log launcher through here, but these cannons help defend that, and then root riders through here, but the pathing into here is not great. Overgrowth on the core, keep moving around, tome around here, I don't know, second overgrowth, or maybe not like that. Or maybe overgrowth, keep moving around towards the revenge tower. We might want to force some abilities around here so things are popped before the revenge tower. So maybe a poison tower is not a bad idea. With all the splash it deals, which is nice. And then, could we like do something interesting also? Like even this is interesting in some ways. Like having the monolith there and then the multi-gear tower towards the other side. Because these scatter shots on their own won't really deal damage, which is why we kind of need something. But if I do everything here, it won't... There'll be too much value in one compartment. So let's keep thinking. Fireballs also, I don't think that's really good fireball value. There are also flame flingers to think about, which we'll think about later. Maybe even we'll have to do stuff like this, which is a possibility that looks nice actually, even if it doesn't seem the best. Let's see now, where does the monolith go? Like, obviously if this was Town Hall 17, it would be like maybe monolith here and multi-gear tower like here with a multi, and base would be finished. Or, you know, there would be like a crafted defense. It would be kind of simple to close this out. But with Town Hall 18, I don't know how people will finish compartment, so we'll just think of something. So let's see. Let's see. Monolith here is not bad even. Again, it's like I don't want to stack too much value in one compartment, but we also have so many big defenses that you don't know what should be like, what is like huge and what's not. So let's see. Okay, and this wizard tower is great kind of against kings if there's snakes that get onto this. Now what other strong entries might there be? Like spirit walks into here, we don't really want to allow something into the scatter, make it difficult at least with like defenses here. Or even here, that's not bad actually. As much as this looks like big value in a compartment, it might be playable. But then you get the poison towers too, that might be a bit too insane. But then we can always stack the foresight, right? That's why there are these spitters here. So maybe it works actually. I mean, originally you would like to have them here, but then there's just free spirit walks, so. And then is this okay? Not sure. Maybe I will go for the interesting monolith idea, like it might be good and it might not, but at least we're trying it. Or if we have a multi-gear tower here. I mean, why not? You know, always see if there's a new idea that you can play. And then good air coverage because of these. But this is not good air coverage in general, but we can deal with that with air defenses. Where's the multi-gear tower going to go? Okay, let's think. It has to go somewhere. Which side needs a bit more? Like even behind the town halls. And we're stacking so many things in a line, which is kind of a vulnerability of this kind of base style. So I don't know what we should do about that. Okay, if someone's gonna... No, but we want to try and preserve the score the best we can. We can also do things asymmetrical, like, let's see. Okay, so many defenses, it's insane. Let's see, where can we place this? Not the queen. I think the revenge tower is pretty strong, so it doesn't need to be supported really. Or, I mean, okay, that wasn't what I meant to say, but I think that like it doesn't need walls really, like around it. Okay, whatever, let's just see here. Okay, so the CC timing is going to be like root riders around here. Maybe this isn't the best CC placement though. Like if it's here, that might be a bit better. More interesting. Because also if people come from like this far side, this is also better CC timing. So I think in terms of the clan castle, I want to move it a bit. No, oh, I'll have to do all the reachability stuff again, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I need to do anything from this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I mean, it would be nice to close off the CC in its own little compartment, but I don't think it's needed. Interesting. Within the fireball. Actually, this is a strong fireball, so maybe we have to stop it. So I know the hard mode fireball ranges, so 1, okay, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, gonna hit it. Not good. Move it here, and I think it still hits. No, but it's only 2, so like 1, 2 past the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if it's from this side, 1 past the edge, 2 past the edge, 1, 2, 3, 4, diagonal, 1, 2, 3. I think it should be fine. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, goes past here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. So this, I design bases mainly for esports, so this is what the video is mainly about, and also because esports is just like in general, like it's nice to build for because like people will actually plan for things and all that. Now the revenge tower also stops flame flingers, which is interesting. Now maybe I can play it like this, or because the fireball on the revenge tower is also kind of big. I mean, maybe it's not that big, so keeps coming out. That's an interesting animation. Let's see. What are the problems we have here? Well, the problems, this expo's good. Like if I did this, not really. I mean, I might love to have wizard towers deeper in the base to kind of splash root riders, but maybe it's not possible. Now let's see, multi-gear tower, right? We're still looking for a place to put it. What else is possible? Let's see. How much space do we have here? Always good to check how much space you have. Okay. We'll have to make a compromise on one side. Multi-gear tower, right? Like we were saying, we could place it here, but I feel like it's a bit too strong in terms of Royal Champion charge value. But maybe we can always kind of bait it with this, like. But how easy will it be to bait a charge coming from here into the core? Like if it came from here, we can make it like difficult, like defense here, and then it's like, okay, redirect. Hope you go into here, but then invis this, go into this area. And then I guess here this one doesn't make a difference anyways, because I don't think things would have went to the monolith. But then maybe we can just bait it, right? So it's a bit of a dubious setup overall, but maybe playable. So let's see, now let's try to fill in the rest of the base and just hope that this weakness isn't too big and also all these defenses in a line. I think we can very well expect either a log launcher on this base, like coming in from here, or expect like a long Royal Champion charge. So this is what we'll have to kind of keep in mind when we set up the rest of the defenses. Now the defensive heroes, where should they go? Now this is kind of deadly for a giant arrow. Like someone's gonna have to go Spirit Walk maybe into this, invis this block of defenses, and then go into here to grab the spitter. Now let's see how we want to place things. There's also the air defenses. Air defense can be over here. Let's see. And there's also flinger value to consider. And because of the flinger value, we might have to place like king and minion prince here. But we also want them on the back end. So, I mean, the back end revenge tower is okay. Honestly, like if I place the revenge tower like this, is it gonna be that bad? Is a good question. It's a great question. And this multi has a decent room or space to roam around. But I think here it just looks strong. So we'll see what we can do about the flame flinger value. So here's over here. Now, I think the queen in RC, since this flank is kind of good with a super wizard tower, we don't really need the queen here. Maybe, right, the queen actually can be more about flingers, like flame flingers. So someone won't place their stuff here, but thinking about like flingers. They can get this, but we don't want them to get a third building with a flame flinger. So what can we do about that? Well, this may be a good setup to avoid that. There's also just doing this, but I like the expo a bit toward. Actually, maybe expo here is fine also. Covers a bit more towards the outside. And then that takes care of that. Now, thing is, I think this area is reasonably can hold its own. Like, doesn't need the expos as much. So I think RC may be here, or queen. And then again, if there are kings around the outside, these heroes will deal with them. And also if a Royal Champion charge comes from here, like there's a good chance the queen's gonna mess it up. This would be nice, but no, the Wi-Fi is connected. I'm using my hotspot. Usually it's pretty good Wi-Fi, really good actually, but just so happens today that it's messing up. And since I'm recording, I don't really want to fix what might be the issue yet. Air defenses are also good to like kill Coco Loons from Root Rider entries. This is okay placement. But let's think about Flame Flinger still. This back end definitely needs Flame Flinger defense. Here it's okay, I think. Like, it's a bit of a question mark, let's say at least. I mean, would these have kind of, no, wouldn't have done anything. So that looks nice. And then Flame Flinger defense, we can place all mortars around this area. And we don't allow the giant arrow, or at least an easy giant arrow, because people will always try giant arrows. Good question. Let's see. I mean, here you can't. And the giant arrow from here is super risky anyway, so. This is okay. Let's see what we'll do after that. Mortar. So the idea is actually that if someone wants to, like, or the revenge tower actually will defend on its own, but also I heard it needs like 4 buildings destroyed to be able to activate. So if these mortars get destroyed, this will activate and you can't take it out with the flinger. But then it's always useful if these could be more here. So let's see, wait, give me a second. 1, 2, 3, no, it's never gonna work. This would be nice. Maybe we'll just have to test it and see if this flinger, works. Also, you can't place it from here because of the multi-archer tower range. Let me see, where can we place? Actually, I think these defenses kind of stop the flinger on its own. Like, maybe you can't play it here, that's impossible. So you'd have to go from here, and then if you like destroy these mortars, go from here. I mean, what are the chances it's gonna skip this? I mean, I think it'll have to travel all the way here and then skip towards the revenge tower. So I think this could flame flinger defense. I think I want this here though. And then to place a collector. And let's see now. We said we want something here. Also to kind of make it difficult to get into the scatter shot, but let's think about that after. Air defenses, where should we place them? Honestly, it doesn't look like there's great space for them, which maybe was a problem from our side. Is this okay? Let's see. Honestly, I can't say. At least let's place the air defenses here. Probably around here is always a safe bet. And then, I mean, I don't know if we can tank for them with wizard towers or not. Let's see here. Okay, now let's finish off the base properly and see what we can do. So hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't annoy us anymore. Let's see now. To stop kind of spirit walks into here that are easy. We need, okay, air defense here, air defense here. We need something on the back end. Like here would be nice actually. Let's see. But you can fireball the CC, which is annoying. Or we'll just move, let's see. It's all fine. Where can the air defenses go? Because I think dragons might come in from here. So let's see. This doesn't look good. It's just like, doesn't look like nice defensive placement. Maybe we can move the poison towers more inwards. Give us a bit more room to breathe. Let's see now. Yeah, this is good. You can't fireball the multi-archer towers and stuff with this. But 1, 2, 3, wait, 1. let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you'll hit the CC, but not the multi-archer towers. Now, what if there's like air defenses here? Let's see. I mean, maybe. We can also do this, which is okay. No, we don't want to allow that. I need maybe a bit more space. So I don't know if I'll have to make this bigger. I might. Let's see now. We'll make this compartment bigger. Also just for general room for traps, if that's good. No, but this... I mean, it's inconvenient to make it bigger though. Which is a bit of a problem that I have. Let's see. Maybe do this, this, this. Make it like this. Make it like this. And see, we're getting somewhere. I don't know if anyone watched the whole video from start to finish. That would be really nice if you did, but yeah, I don't know how many are, but you know, you see it takes a while to kind of get a base working, but eventually it comes together. And that's what you do with every base, really. So let's see now. Fireballs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's good. And then you have to make this bigger, which is maybe one of the bigger issues. I don't want to bring my multi here because it'll be too close to the outside and just E-drag chains will be insane. So let's see. It's more just for this defense. But it's also like kind of weird that we do this because this walls so close to the outside just look like, I don't know, weaker compartments because they're free for wall breaks. But again, we can leave room for traps and such. Like not storages, that wouldn't be good. This is better. But we only have 2 walls, so we'll have to think a bit also, but where we can take some walls. So let's see now. Okay, this is looking better, but 1, 2. No. Okay, there's some compromises we have to make, which aren't great, but let's see now. What do we have? Builder huts. Now, one thing I'd like to say is that if you have good builder huts on a base, then the base is bad. And if your builder huts are bad, then the base is good, because really it's not about healing stuff up with builders. It's more about like placing them around the outside in good ways, while also maybe healing stuff up. So let's see. Obviously, in terms of outside buildings, I said I need to have something here, like it's pretty important. I don't know if I should do it like this. I mean, like if a Royal Champion charge came in from here. Let's think. Wait, I also have another idea I just thought of, which might be very good. Wait, in terms of room for traps, like since this won't have anything in it, this could be better, but it looks weird. And as this compartment looks wrong because, I don't know, the walls on the outside are weird, but it might be good because we'll be able to place lots of giant bombs here. But I don't think it will be a common entry, but it always gives us some options as always, and options are good. So even though this looks better, it looks really nice, this might just work out better. And you can see how in base building we invent a lot of compartments sometimes to like kind of suit our needs for the base. So let's see, I can probably save some walls around or not. 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3. Surely something can be saved, right? Wow. Okay, we'll leave it like this, and let's see now. These walls, do we want to do something about them? Oh, interesting. Okay, I saved the wall here. Let's see now. What can we do rest? Well, from what's left, and yeah, there aren't many defenses, but we're still taking our time, you know. Let's see. Dragon entries. Dragons will probably be towards the back end, so maybe sweepers here are fine. So like, but I don't want to stack everything in here, that's the problem. But these sweepers could be good if we just find a good place to put them. And who knows, maybe it'll make fireballs a bit more difficult in this area, or annoying. I'll do the sweepers like this. At least sweep again. So, I mean, dragon entries, dragons like here, and dragons come from here, something like this. Yeah, so I think around here sweepers would be fine, but I mean, this would look nicer though. I mean, it would reach a bit farther, the sweeper range, but also this good because can sweep against the revenge tower, so it looks okay-ish. Maybe acceptable, borderline. Let's see now. Maybe move this queen here. Queen here just to defend the scatter shot better against flinger value. Okay, now let's see. These outside defenses, like, even if I honestly did this, I wouldn't be against it. Because it makes it very difficult to get into here. But I'm gonna double check that in a second. So I mean, like, how are you gonna get there? Really, the best path is through here, right? I mean, surely no one's gonna try to go from here. I mean, you're gonna have to take this out with rocket loons. Okay, but this is maybe irrelevant. I'm not sure. And that's also just good if someone wanted to walk from here to here. Like, these defenses can help. So again, the builder huts looks useless, but actually we can swap it with the bomb tower to make it a bit more useful. And then do this. Do this. And I'm also not looking at the camera, which is, you know, not good in terms of recording, but again, we're more try-harding here. Let's see. Now what's next? Okay, we'll finish with the outside defenses and then place everything else. So I would like something here actually. Okay, probably like this. No, but if I did it, okay, I'll leave it like this. It's okay. And then, or even like this, to kind of guard into this area. No, but then I would have to be like here. Okay, fine, we'll do that. Into here. We'll think about that later. Now, into this area. We don't want things to be too free. And maybe we'll need a lot of high HP storages and such. We shall see. Hard to decide, but we'll try to not waste too much time into this area. Because it really shouldn't be that important. Let's see. This is okay. Like this. I mean, at least we have room for traps. Can be improved maybe a bit. Okay, now next things up. We have only 3 walls, which is a big problem for filling the rest of the base, but let's start. Storages probably over here also to guard against dragons. Same over here. I'll try to make as much room as I can for traps, but let's see. I do need a storage here though. And I can do this. Now around here, probably collectors or simplest. Collect or symmetrical. Here, storage again against dragons. With the core, I mean, do we want storage? Is it gonna make a difference? It might not. But also good to have high HP in the core. Here's a good question what I want, and I can turn it actually into just a straight up dead zone. Because also, like, the only thing with reachability that'll make a difference, like these are 5 from each side, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only thing is reachability of this exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we can fix with this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it doesn't even fix that. So whatever, we'll leave it. And anyways, it's so hard to get into this compartment to hit this expo. So what are the chances we'll deal with this? Like none. And we still have those 3 walls, which is great. So we'll keep working on this. Looking pretty nice, I think. I'll have to take a look at the base at the end to see, but I think it looks good. Now, do we need storages here? I mean, maybe if like Yetis get stuck on them stuff in the multi-gear tower range, that would be nice. But, I want storages here too. I'll see in a second. Because if like there's a king on the outside, that's helpful. But against the spirit walk, that's not. Because storages are not good against spirit walks, because if like someone came in from here, the spirit walks could get stuck on the storage and then won't hit the traps later on. But in this angle, I don't think it'll be an issue. So we'll just leave these things here. So now the town hall isn't really isolated like I originally thought, but you know, we made something work, so it's at least good. And actually this long shot could add some nice damage to the area in general. Now, actually I'm just thinking about something, wait. Someone comes from here, here, here. Yeah, also another nice thing is that you can't take this and then go into here because you can't invis all of this together. Which is good. You need rocket loons, so that's another positive. Now in terms of this area, like probably simplest, I mean we also might want to add traps and we might not want to do that. Like someone's gonna go here. I think this is good room for traps. Do we want the traps later? No. If we're gonna have traps, we'll leave them earlier on, and same if we want to add Teslas. So that's good. Let's see now. Here, we also have this giant HP thing, which we want to add here maybe. I want it to have a bit more impact though. This might be a good place for it, but doesn't fit, so honestly, having it even deeper in is not bad. Where's that? Here. Even if I did something like this, then place the wall here, and then had just dark elixir drills have good HP, so they fulfill the service. Can do this with a monolith, which might be good against giant arrows too and such. But also I want to consider fireball value here, which I didn't think about, but 1, 2, 3, 4, can't do it from here to here. This maybe is not optimal. So let us see now what we can do. I don't add too many things here though, that's the problem. Do I want to do it like this? That's also not bad and maybe okay against a giant arrow and such things. You know, you can't make everything look good, so. But also the fireball. No, it's okay. Now fill in the rest of the trash defenses and we're basically done with the base. I won't really trap it in this video because trapping is a whole other story, and you know, you have to do the traps and then test a million times, and you know, that's the only way you'll know if the traps work. But anyways, you can do that on your own later. I'll leave the traps off to the side. Now let's see here. Oh wait, I didn't do like, I definitely don't want to allow a giant arrow. So wait, I'll need to take some walls. Let's see, where shall I? I'll take this for here. Oh, it can't be that bad, can it? Looks bad. I mean, what can I do? I can't do everything I want. At least this looks acceptable. And then do this here. Take this. Here. Here. This, and then let's see now the defenses here. Dark elixir drill, dark elixir drill. I said I wanted storages. I don't know if I'll be able. I actually should. Where else do I have storages? In the core there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, because I took a dark storage here. I'll take this here. Dark elixir drills are also decent HP, so maybe it's okay as long as I put a lot of buildings in here. This tilt. We don't want to give the giant arrow value though, so. Now also another good tip, Dark Spell Factory, pretty low HP, so They're good wherever you think the spirit walk would enter, so the electro boots can kill them and the fox can hit traps. So wherever, but here we won't think about it. Now the problem is a giant arrow here is still kind of decent. Let me think if you can hit the multi and a monolith. I mean, hitting both is difficult, but then if you hit the multi-gear tower on the back end. I mean, that's the best I can do in terms of log value. I mean, it's acceptable for now. We won't complain. Now, how will we put in the rest of the things? Army camp here, maybe room for Teslas in this area. Always, you want to make room for traps, because if you think so the attacker, won't see an area and go like, oh, there's no way there can be traps here. I'll just enter from it and get free value. Barracks, dark barracks. Okay, we're closing out. Okay, fine. Army camp here, army camp there. Do this. Let's see. Actually, this workshop has pretty good HP, I found out, which is interesting. Also, the helper hut has no HP, which is also good against the electro boots if you want the building to go down. But let's see here. Now the thing is, on these compartments you often do want Tesla farms to kind of mess up the king, but I think with the Super Wizard Tower it's not an issue. I mean, I don't know, the Teslas can go here or they can go towards the back end, so there are many options really. You'll just have to test the base and find out for yourself. But again, we want to keep the attacker guessing. And also, since it has a lot of HP, I don't want it here. Because there might be a spirit walk. Again, didn't think about it too much, but I think it's a possibility. So we'll leave it where we want HP, which is in this area. No, not. Or let's see, instead of the army camp. Actually, blacksmith has HP, so don't want it. Leave it here. Another army camp. Another this. How's the base look? Have a weird split of the final defenses. Honestly, I don't know. Okay, maybe the trash buildings can be a bit better, but this is really, I guess, the best I could do for now. So this is the base complete over here, and yeah, now you saw how the base building process really works from start to finish. You get an idea and then you try to make it work. It takes a lot of time to get the idea, but I think this looks pretty decent. Like, let's recap the entries once more and see whether we think the base can be any good. And also this might give you some ideas when trapping the base. So obviously on these kinds of bases, spitter is pointing towards here. We think that people will go with like a spirit walk in towards here, log launcher towards here, which is why we stopped it with these outside buildings to make things a little bit difficult. And one common thing is because of these two ricochet cannons, people will usually try to take one out and then go into the spitter, but this isn't possible because there are a lot of defenses in this area, so you can't like redirect with an invis over this. Now the other thing is, people might try log launcher from the other side, especially because the revenge tower is pretty strong, which is why we have these outside defenses to make it difficult to get into the scatter shot, which is pretty good, I think. Now, also around here, we kind of made sure to stop the fireball value from getting the clan castle as well, because there are quite a few defenses in this area. Like, I think the air defense, you get like 1, 2, 3, like this. So this looks decently strong. So we don't want to make it stronger than it has to be. Now, most likely I would expect someone to hit this base with a log launcher or long spirit walk, like going from around here, for example, into the core. That would be very strong, and then root riders around, which the revenge tower helps to kind of minimize. And also we can bait this area with giant bombs because it's definitely likely for that, and the giant bombs can hit the log launcher as well. Now let's see, there might be long spirit walks from the back end because this is a strong building, so people go like through here. At least room for some giant bombs, maybe spring traps to help out. Once they get into here, they'll try to redirect into the core, which isn't easy. Like, they'll have to get towards the expo, but the poison tower is also good against long spirit walks. It slows them down. If the fox is already damaged, it'll help kill it. So that can be work in our favor. It's unfortunate that there aren't defenses here, but to help stop this, but I think this shouldn't be too big of an issue because we have a nice backhand over here. Enemy heroes to stop flame flinger value, but also against the log launcher dive can be pretty strong. So honestly, I think this base looks pretty good for now. You would have to test it, trap it, and then see how it does to see if the base really does hold up. But this comes to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to, I guess, like the video, and comment down any questions you have in the comments. And I'll see you in a future video sometime soon, hopefully. So see you and bye bye.